good, thank you. I'm blessed. I'm alive. I can't complain. Obviously, I've had the pleasure of on Candid conversation, so I'm happy. How are you doing?
I'm good. Same. My saying is always alive and well, so can't complain. Things could always be better, but they could always be worse, child. So we good. We are good. So Rachel, do you want to introduce yourself to the masses? Let them know who you are.
Hey everyone, my name's Rachel. I call myself Rae for short. And yeah, I'm the founder of Adore Lifestyle. I have 2 brands. I've got Adore Dance, that's my baby, and I fairly recently started Adore Beauty, but we'll get more into it.
Amazing.
25 years old. So I'm a young entrepreneur.
Young entrepreneur, we love to see it. Young female entrepreneur, we love to see it. So let's start from the beginning. I always like to start from the beginning. So take us back. And actually, I'm going to go further back to not only when you started your business or businesses, but actually when you started to feel like you were an entrepreneur and capable of starting a business. So let's go a little deeper.
That's a good question, actually. So I think I'll start with the second question first, because you did say when was the first time I entrepreneur, and I thought in me, I've always had the drive to do something to head towards success. So I was doing hair, I was doing eyelashes, I was trying to accumulate some sort of finance, you know what I mean. So from a very young age, I was driven. I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do. The process, part of the journey. I first started my first business about 4-5 years ago, going by. I was working in Fitness First as a receptionist, and it was a difficult time for me because I didn't want to work for anyone. I've got so many talents, I've got so many gifts, I'm driven, and I didn't want to work for one, because I know that doesn't sound too good. There's 2 types of people in this world. Just that it wasn't, I live the normal 9-to-5 life. If you do want to do that, is completely up to you, but it wasn't for me. I have a good opportunity to be working at Fitness Liverpool, and I started doing some dance classes, which I found off. I was teaching one-on-one dance classes to corporate people, as well as just the average passing people and whoever I promoted my. And it was like, market for this. I'm money. So I didn't go into it with the idea of, okay, this is going to be my company, and it was literally just a stepping stone of even being comfortable enough to start something new and put it out there and see the response I get.
Yeah.
So from those dance classes, I was thinking, okay, how is this going to work? And obviously, I'm God fearing, and I believe in God, and in everything that I do. So that this vision, you've given me this open door. Where do I go next? I'm money from this. I need to brand it. I need to be wise. So I'll never forget. I prayed about it. One day I was literally at my girl's house. I woke up because I asked for a name and to help me with branding, and God was like, Adore, because one thing I was always, what do I want to? What's my purpose? What is my no, but what is my purpose? Because you can do different things in life, but do you get what I mean? So literally, it's not just about making money or a dream. It needs to fulfill you. And one thing I'm all about is people. So I wanted to make that before I leave the planet. I know it may sound a bit extreme, but before I leave the planet, I want to help people. I do want to help people. So God gave me Adore for love, and it's a part of my own brand, my own name, Rae Adore. And also Adore meaning love, but Adore meaning an open door, a door of opportunities.
Amazing.
So that's literally what I thought God did for me. He opened the door. So it's just perfect. Fell into place. The classes picked up. I then did group classes. I had it at Liverpool Street and Moorgate up the road, but Fitness First. And then to Lift in Islington. So I was based at 3 different youth hubs in Islington, which was really a whole different field for me because I was now working with young people, and it was like I'm in a whole different area. And yeah, from there, I started channeling it in a different way. So I thought, okay, I've kind of not mastered, but I've gone into the area of so I started creating a dances website, and I wanted to make it different. I didn't want to just showcase them anyhow. I wanted to create a platform to be able to show their skills, their characters, everything, and then send them out to different, which was really good. It did take off. The dancers performed at the O2 countless times, Wembley Arena, just a number of shows and community-based shows. And yeah, it got a lot of attention. Obviously, the way I'm saying it, it sounds just up.
Yeah, they were clearly like building blocks. Okay, girl, we with you.
100%.
So what would you say were, or even what was the most challenging part? Because to go from working in Fitness First, kind of discovering your passion almost for dance, and then starting your own kind of dance classes, which then grew into your what would you call your clients, your dance clients, then performing at the O2. So how did you actually go from working in Fitness First to having your dance clients perform in the O2? What would you say was one stumbling block you may have faced along the way, or something that drove you to be able to go that far? And also, just on that, guys, can you let me know if you can hear Rae properly? Because I can hear you chopping in and out. Do you know what? I said I've got these comments. Would have helped if I joined the live, wouldn't it? Guys, let me know if you can hear Rae, please, because I just want to make sure we can all hear you properly. But sure, let us know, Rae. Let us know, Rae. Sorry about that.
Really, not at all. That's a good question. I'd say one of the biggest stumbling blocks was when you try to start something new and you are asking for support, you will be shocked. You will be so shocked the amount of people that do not support you that you think you would. I think that was quite a big stumbling block for me, just at the fact that it can be quite demotivating. Yeah, it can be quite demotivating. But at the same time, because you asked what you drove me, that was a big drive. Just to say, you know what, I can't focus on going around me. I can't focus on supporting and who's not trying to be involved or be a part of. Oh, another thing as well. In business, especially in Adore dances, I'm working with people, so it's different. You're building different relationships and so sometimes not everything goes right. And from you have to learn from your mistakes and how to deal with different types of people, learn how to deal with situations. For instance, doing shoots and dancers don't turn up, and how to, or there's an issue with payment, or there's an issue with filming, or yeah, there's, at the end of the day, it's real life. Things happen. about learning how to target each problem as it comes and move past it, learn what not to do. But I'd say every I don't like to use the word loss. I prefer to use lesson. Every I've had in my life, just literally, how can I do better? How can I not make that mistake again? And I feel like it drove me. What drives me this day is the fact that I don't want to work and I need to do whatever it takes to make sure that one, I can do. And I believe if you have a passion for what you're doing, it will lead you to the right doors to look after yourself financially and tick financial boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Someone did actually say it's breaking up in places.
Oh no,
it's actually happening. Yeah, I heard that as well. I don't know, you using 4G or Wi-Fi? Woo, we done lost her. Oh,
I took my wife. Can you hear me now?
I think so. Let's try it all. 1, 2. No, I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You can.
Let's try because you're sort of chopping in and out.
Oh, that's not good.
But
I took my Wi-Fi before this live, and I've just put it on. I'm not sure if I should have it on and off or off.
Yeah. Let's see how we get on with this.
All right, my dear.
So you mentioned the start of your journey not having the support you probably would have expected at that time, and the support that you would have liked. And I do find that is super common. When you start a new business or you start a new venture, you kind of expect everyone to rally around you and be like, hey, and then shout from the rooftops and be involved. But the actual harsh reality of business, entrepreneurship, or stepping out on your own is you are genuinely on your own. And you might have a couple of cheerleaders in your corner who are always there to support you, but the masses and the majority generally don't. And I do find that a lot of people are, I wouldn't go as far as saying bitter, but they have their backup because of it. But in saying that, when you decided to go out and start the business, you didn't consult anybody and have them sign up a subscription to support you. So I think something that is really important is when you're starting a business, know that you're starting it alone. And any support you do get is a bonus and a blessing. How did you deal with the lack of support? And what is your view on it?
Literally, you hit it on the nail. I feel like, obviously, there's no rule. Well, yes, there are books to show you how to do it, but there's no initial rule book of how to be an entrepreneur because everyone's journey is different. Go into it necessarily thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's going to support me or etc. I feel the way that I just overcame it alone was just literally staying tunnel visioned, eyes on the prize. Like, I tried to not let it discourage me, as well as just know that God's behind me. How can I fail?
Amen. Run that back. Run it back, child. Run it back.
No, honestly.
That is it. And your gift will make room for you. And another thing is your community will find you. And that's something that's slept on because complete strangers in your DMs, under your posts, commenting, just replying to your stories, giving you the most support. And they've never met you a day in their life. But if you walk in your calling or you know what I mean, stand behind what you're doing and really give it your all, you don't actually need to worry about what friends are supporting you or not supporting you or family members talking, because your community will find you and hold you up. So do not let the lack of support stop you from going after your dreams or whatever you're doing. That's a word out there for you guys, because trust me, even from experience, you Purpose Platform crew, including you, Rae, are, do you know what I mean? Huge support systems. And a lot of you guys I've never met before, but it's a service almost. Everyone who starts a business is starting a service. Whether you're selling a product, whether you're delivering motivational content, you are pouring into or feeding or servicing someone. And if they feel like they're being serviced correctly, they're going to reciprocate. And that's what I find. So that's brilliant. You hit the nail on the head there too. So you started Adore Dance, and then we ended up with Adore Lifestyle. What was the birth of Adore Lifestyle? How did that happen?
Well, that's quite interesting. The way that worked is I didn't want to limit myself, even in terms of like the kind of I've always been involved with performing arts, and then I've always been involved with business, and I'm the kind of person that I'm always getting new ideas to do stuff and having to remind myself, listen, stay focused. So I wanted to make a company that that, let's say, futuristically, because companies are different. You can start a company and futuristic sell it on. That's what, and sell it on. You don't know where you're gonna go. You may change direction, and I've sold my tip with this one. It can be successful, and you sell it off, and you get the money in from that and onto the next thing.
Yeah.
Not that I'm necessarily planning to sell it off, but
it's a possibility. It's an option should things go well.
Exactly. So I wanted to. The reason why I even called it Adore Lifestyle is to be able to have it more abroad, in terms of, because it can be adore anything. It's the love in something. So I aimed it to a work experience at Unilever. I don't know Unilever, like it's a very big company, and they're the head of a number of different brands that you wouldn't even know comes from Unilever. So for instance, like Nut, and they've got a number of different products, but they are of that company. So I really love that, and I thought that's very, very smart to have like an umbrella thing. That's exactly what it is. Adore Lifestyle is something I can have underneath it. At the moment, I'm not sure. I don't know what God's planned for my life just yet, but I've got my 2 babies at the moment, Adore Dance and Adore Beauty. So what actually made me go into Adore Beauty? That's a good question. I just feel like my passion for obviously I like looking at fashion. I like just being a part of a female, I guess, and just not just females, but obviously taking care of yourself, and you know, when you look good, you feel good. So
ain't that the truth? Because we were all in quarantine, child, and
girl, if we had
in front of the TV, PJ days, ice cream and wine days, you know, you might not have been feeling your tip-top self, but when you look good, you feel good. That's the truth.
It is true. So I wanted to do a platform. Do you know what? Do you know what just came to my mind as well? So it works because Adore Beauty is an online thing, whereas Adore Dance is physical. And I just now deep that obviously God knows the end for the beginning, and look, COVID came about, and everything physical had to. But Adore Beauty was just being birthed, like oh, you was a step ahead of me, huh?
Was that just a light bulb moment for you there?
Literally, I don't know if you maybe when you watch this back, you're gonna see my head go.
I love that. That's the beauty of a candid conversation, because that's another thing with God's blessings is that sometimes even He will say to you, right, something's gonna happen, or this is gonna happen, or you know, at the time you're thinking when or how or okay, and then you go on with life. And only when you take time and sit back and reflect, which I find is something that we rarely do. Like, as humans, we're always busy, we're on the go. If it's not working, it's being online, social media. But actually, if you ever just take a moment to sit down and reflect, so things start adding up. Even where you are in your current stage, you realize previous jobs you've had or things you studied in school and the way you're utilizing what you learned. So that was beautiful to watch that little moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So Adore, yeah, that's basically where it grew from. I wanted to create a platform that was different in terms of, as an entrepreneur, you know, you have to go through certain steps, and it's like, what's your USP? What makes you stand out? And as I said, it needs to stay tunnel vision. So even though it's a whole different industry, I don't want to go away from the mission of Adore lifestyle, and that is to open doors, as well as my passion, which is to help people. So, but I didn't get that straight away, babe. Don't get it twisted. I literally started Adore Beauty and got lost along the way, because I'm trying to hit, I'm trying to post, stay relevant. I'm trying to post things that are going on and stuff, and it's just like, hold on, what's the vision? And at first, it was just, okay, I'm promoting people, and then I had to think about, how are you helping people? How, like, what are you actually doing gonna help other people, even if that's to do with brand business? Yeah. So that's where my came from, because it was like, I don't just want to be a platform. I need to be able to offer them extra things stuff. So with Adore Beauty, I created partnerships with different brands. So for instance, like account photographers, videographers, etc., that can give a discount to anyone that signs up on my directory, because the brands that I'm targeting as well, I'm not doing this for clout. Take me a little longer to get there, because I'm ready to endure the race, because I'm not for clout. I'm doing it so that I can help brands to grow. The brands that I'm targeting are not just necessarily the most established brands, independent brands. It's the young people or the older generation that literally wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to pursue this dream in fashion, whatever you name it, so be it. At the moment, obviously, I'm just focusing on beauty and fashion. I did put that lifestyle aspect of it to be able to broaden if I need to. So yeah, I don't know whether the name Adore Lifestyle came. I think it came once I had Adore Beauty, to be honest, because I had Adore Dance, created Adore Beauty, and it was like, okay, I'm seeing the cycle of Adore. So I need to put something, just like I said, to do with Unilever.
Yeah, similar to the Arcadia group. So you know, you've got Topshop, Dorothy Perkins, Burton. They are actually all the same headline company, but different brands underneath. Similar to actually your model, someone that you could look into. We've mentioned is I don't know if you know Courtney Adelaide, and she is the founder of a hair product line, The Main Choice.
Amazing.
And she founded that product line, and just like you were talking about selling it on in future, recently she actually sold it on, and she just launched a headline company called Oberly, where she will have multiple brands underneath, literally just like the model you were explaining. So even the fact that you've got that in mind now, so early on in your journey, and also so young, it's amazing, because a lot of people are not aware that these things are an option and that these things exist. How did you come about? So you saw that model somewhere, and is that what instantly inspired you, or did you do some research into it? How did you come about that way of business?
I just think it goes back to me not wanting to limit myself, really. In terms of the world's so big, there's so many industries, and my passion for also helping brands and the fashion aspect of funnily enough, I'm not, as much as I love makeup, like I love, let's say, cool, I have different people around me, and I've realized that every different industry takes craft and work and the beauty of it just came together for me in terms of trying to create that I can limit myself, because that's why, for instance, Adore Beauty, even though when you say beauty, it's beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes back to the fact of not wanting to limit myself. And with Unilever, I didn't just see it and think, oh, I'm just going to do an umbrella company. It wasn't like that. But when you research, because have you heard of that structure? If it's not sorry, if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it.
Don't fix it, yeah.
Exactly. So a lot of the time you're going to find yourself researching different businesses, how they do things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like another reason why I say like God has to be involved, because he will direct you to the right place and do the right thing. Even in terms of me getting work experience there, I didn't know that was for a later time in my business, that I was going to realize the whole concept of it, that it can be done in a whole different way, as I mean. So yeah, you literally have to stay prayed up, have God involved. So he will direct your path. Literally, he'll direct your path. And I feel like for me personally, this is for me, I don't know, but for me personally, that's been how things have lined up strategically. Yeah, and I've just taken the leap of faith and said, you know what, I'm gonna push this. Yeah.
So being so early on in your business, I put out a post the other day about entrepreneurship. And my view on entrepreneurship is entrepreneurs basically haven't always been an entrepreneur. They didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm an entrepreneur, and now they're widely recognized. It's something which I personally believe is within you. And I think a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs or rising entrepreneurs doubt themselves because they're not widely recognized as entrepreneurs, and maybe they don't get the recognition or the accolades that they deserve, even because there's so many businesses like your own that is early on. So it doesn't have, it's all a numbers game. That's all it is numbers. And once your business or whatever it is you're doing has recognition, it will take off if you're doing the right thing. So how do you navigate currently being in the space where you're quite early on in your business? You might not have the recognition that you deserve at the moment because it's just simply marketing, publishing, word of mouth. How do you navigate staying motivated to keep pushing and working on your business and putting out your content, even if you're not getting 50k likes or subscribers or viewers, etc.?
I feel when you understand what you want to do, and I came to acceptance that I do want to be an entrepreneur. So there's certain things that you need to do to water what you're doing. And for me, I make sure I do specific things either on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, depending on how busy I am. But even in terms of listening to motivational speakers, listen to people that have done it before, where they came from, how the struggles, how it was, real life stuff that come with it. It will remind you that you're only human. It will remind you that so are they. It reminds you that if they can do it, what can stop me from? I try not to focus on the followers aspect of it, even though it's hard not to, because when you do get more followers, it's like, yay!
No, of course, because it's your community. It's like your community is growing. So in essence, it's like, oh, followers, it doesn't matter. But actually, it does, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I don't want idle followers. Actually, I put out a video on that the other day, which head over to our YouTube channel, guys, if you want to dig into that. But you're right. You do celebrate new followers, and you should, because your community is growing and your brand is being recognized by more people. I lost you. What were you saying actually?
Literally what you're saying. It's just that that can't be your focus. If you focus on that and revolve around it, that means as much as you're going to be excited when you get followers, that means you're going to be downhearted when you lose them. Happens. Listen, everyone's got a personal Instagram. I'm guessing you see followers go up and they go down. The same for business, and you can't focus on it. You have to remind yourself that if anyone can do it, what is stopping me? You have to get rid of negative thoughts. You have to get rid of negative opinions. You have to block out literally everything that says no, and believe that if you can think it, it's achievable. But you have to be willing to do the work. That is one thing, because a lot of people do. What I find is a lot of people do like to speak about it and stuff, which is great. Let that seed be planted. But you have to be willing to do the work, because as much as it may look like a high life being an entrepreneur, it is not easy. There's going to be days that you literally have to remind yourself. I can't remember who I saw, but there was a motivational speaker he's got very, very far in his field, and he was just saying, I have to wake up every morning, look at myself in the mirror and speak life into myself. And like it's
true though. Those are the keys. Those are literally the keys. And it's funny what you were saying earlier about watching motivational speeches and things like that to keep yourself motivated, because I even do the same. I'm a big part of the birth of the Purpose platform was, my love for motivational speakers and speeches and videos. And what I find quite amazing and uplifting is when you watch these videos of motivational speakers and they speak you through where they came from. Sometimes you can actually pinpoint, that's where I am now. So you're like, okay, you're literally just going through the motions. And I think a lot of people overlook the journey and simply look at the end goal. And they think, but this person used to be homeless or live in their car and now they're here, and they're just looking at the here. They're not looking at what was the steps, what did they go through. They had to, when you start a profile on Instagram, you start at zero. And not everyone is a celebrity or public figure that you're coming from 100k followers, you tell them, and then suddenly you're ready on 10.
And then you're good.
Right. Like, that would be nice, but that's not it. Like, we are all normal, regular people, and you just need to be comfortable in your position. And I think a lot of people struggle to be comfortable in their position, or struggle to understand their position. Because if you understand it, it would make sense and it wouldn't be a problem. And I think people maybe, I don't know if it's comparison or struggle to grasp the concept of, you're not Beyonce that you're going to put out Ivy Park and then suddenly it's going to sell out, and that is okay. And people just miss that is okay. You might be pushing your products for 10 years before you sell out, and that is okay.
Exactly. I feel like, even when you said maybe it's comparison, I feel a big part of it is comparison, because you saw it as this. If you saw, for instance, everybody was on the same amount of numbers as you, wouldn't be thinking it wouldn't demotivate you. It would be like running the race. Do you get what I mean? Because this is why you have to remain tunnel vision. Literally, and think about the bigger picture. Think about the bigger picture. You have to believe that you're going to get there. You have that. At the end of the day, if you're selling a service that is needed and there's a market for it, and you push it, literally, as you said, it could take you 10 years, but that 11th year, you could just go there, and it's
that's a fact. And that's what happens. That is literally what, if you look at successful people, that is generally what happens. And if you blow too quickly, when you're up, the only way is down sometimes. So you don't even want to get up there too quickly. You need to endure the race and take the lessons that you learn along the way. And I think so many people sleep on the lessons. And that's the gems. That's really what the value is. Let me get into some of these comments. Guys, drop your comments in for Rae. Rae, motivation of the mind. Someone said go Claire. Yep, go on Claire for sure. Sorry, Teo. You guys just drop your comments in or questions that you have for Rae and we will pose them to her. So, if I were to ask you, you hear these 3 words.
Yeah.
Purpose, passion, and God's work. What's your view on that? What is your story behind those things?
That's powerful. I feel they all link. Definitely, they all link. Your purpose is, I think that's something that's you can't control, kind of thing. In terms of that's something that it's like for me personally, it's something like Joe. I don't know if you guys know the story of Jonah and the whale. You can run from it, but you'll always be pulled back. It's literally not just for yourself, it's for others. Your passion is more for yourself in terms of what you're happy, what you enjoy doing. And God's work's just the cherry on the top. Like, God is amazing because he will actually allow you to combine the two, your purpose and your passion, which is so amazing to think about it, because we have free will. But he literally allows us our gifts, use our talents, use our passion to fulfill our purpose. So literally those words, I don't think one would be able to be taken out of it
at all.
I feel like that's what everyone, guys, if you're listening to this, write down those 3 words and just take some reflection. It doesn't even matter where you are. Even if you have how many followers, yeah, I'm doing good. Even if you have followers and you're thinking, oh, I might give up, or if you're just at the stage where you want to start something and you're nervous to, or write down those 3 and literally line it up with your life. And maybe the God aspect of it, keep it first. The only reason I say that is because for me personally, I can only reflect from myself, guys, obviously, but that's what's kept me going, even in my sanity, my state of mind, to be able to push everything out. So yeah, I would say make sure you make sure they're all aligned. Make sure that you are tapped into 3 of those things, and water them. Everything like you literally are planting seeds, and you need to make sure that you are taking the time to water every single one of them, because it will grow. Even if one day you've given a bit less water than you usually would, you're still watering it, so it will grow. If you're missing out one of them, it's gonna die. It will die.
That's a fact. I like that little analogy, actually, which is true. Motivation of the Mind said, what would you say to people who are looking for their purpose?
Oh, good question.
Ooh.
Don't stop looking for your purpose. Everyone's different. Yeah, because as I said, things change, people change. You could get to a certain level, like just like your taste buds change. Like when we was younger, there was foods that we were like, no way, and now
that's a fact. Like olives and hummus. Like,
where did it come from? Things change.
At all, a fact.
Exactly, and you will too. Go with the flow of it. Remind me of the question.
What would you say to people who are looking for their purpose?
Looking for their purpose, I would say pray about it. Ask God for the right doors to be opened. Get rid of fear. Hey, get rid of fear, guys. Literally, I'm pretty sure you've seen this around, guys, but fear is false evidence appearing real. I was speaking to my friend about it's not even there, guys. It's false. It's things like, if. How can you think what if and you don't do it? It's what if. but you're there worried. Oh my God, imagine if. But we all don't get twisted. I know I'm saying.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's so natural, but that is based on our need, or the need we feel that we have to or even are in control. And we are not. And once you actually realize that you are not in control and you hand over that control to God, you don't even need to fear or worry, because you're not trying to control or maneuver or direct how things are happening in your life.
Thank you.
You just leave it to God. And when you do that, the amount of peace that you feel, and it's hard, because sometimes when God don't, and bear in mind, God works on his watch, not your watch. So this all sounds cute, but it's not, because sometimes you want certain things and you're like, God, where's this? I thought you said if I just trust and rest in, how comes? But all in his timing. Exactly. And once you can trust him and give him the control, life is different. It is different. And it's a constant, you might need to hand over that control 5 times a week. Don't get it twisted. You're not just a new person that, okay, I'll give God the control. Like, we can't help it as humans, because that is how, do you know what I mean? That is how we've been birthed. But once you grasp that concept, it's all good. It's all good. Motivation of the mind. I hope that answered your question. Also, just to add to that, there was like a diagram thing that I posted a little while back, which was about finding your purpose. And it was about taking your passion, using your passion, your service, and what was the third one? My mind's gone blank now. But it's about your passion, your service, and almost basically something you enjoy. Head over to our page and you'll see it on there. And basically, if you combine all of those things, that is where you find your purpose. And it's funny because it's almost true, because you're always going to be good at something. There's always something you're good at. There's always something that everyone is asking you to do. That might be, can you braid my hair? Can you cook that chicken that you always cook so well? Can you drive me somewhere, because you always take the back roads and you get there 10 minutes quicker than anyone else. There's always something that you are good at. And when you start paying attention to what you're good at and what people are requesting of you, you start finding your way to your purpose.
Is in that.
Right. And it might not be that you're going to open a chicken shop or you're going to be a hairdresser, but what your purpose is might entail that or marry into that in some way. But that's definitely a good place to start. Is what I say to people is, when you're looking for your purpose, dig deep into what is your history, what have you been through, because everything you go through has a purpose. And everything will always come together for your greater good. So if you've even been through a traumatic event in life, or something as a child, a lot of people go through things and box it up and leave it there. But actually, really, you're supposed to unpack it and share it, because that is what will inspire someone. That is what will educate someone. And so many people sleep on the things that you're maybe embarrassed about, ashamed about, want to forget. No, that is where your power lies. So dig deep into what you enjoy, what you're good at, or what you've been through. And that's a great place to start when you're looking for your passion, for sure. And for your purpose, sorry, for sure.
100%.
Get into these comments, child. Right. Dash of Everything said, honestly. I think that was to the purpose response. Big up yourself, Cuzzy. Proud of you. Is that your cuz? Drippy Niner?
Thanks.
Hang him up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Motivation of the Mind said, thank you. You guys, any more questions, let us know. We'll be wrapping up just shortly. Rae, if you were going to leave us with anything today, whether it's a word of wisdom, advice, something to remember you at this interview by, what would it be?
Do it. Go for it. Go for it. Whatever has been on your mind that you wanted to start, it could be anything. It could be a hobby. It could be anything. Wherever that fear is, get rid of it. You are capable. You can do it. You can achieve it. Nothing is stopping you, but That's what I have to say. Like, nothing is stopping you but you. And I'm tired of letting fear win. I hope that you guys are as well. It's time to stand up. Time flies by so quickly, guys, and you do not want to live with regrets. You do not get to a certain age and be like, I wish I could, I wish I did, or just deep it. You're working, if you're still in a 9 to 5 and you're thinking, why haven't I pushed whatever, you're working for someone who took that you the same chance to. You had the same chance to, they just did it. Along the way, if you include God, I'm telling you, the burden it's actually not a burden, you know. Life is hard. Stop. It doesn't matter what you do, or not 100% hard. But you'll have this peace about you knowing that God is in control. That means whether good things happen, you thank you, God. Whether bad things happen, it's like, I still thank you, because he knows why he closed that door. He can see beyond. So guys, just bless you, please, and just stop letting fear get in the way. Stop letting fear get in the way. Make that call, send that email, try to reach out to that person. Do it.
Amen. Yeah. That's a word. That is a word. On that note, I think that's a great place to end. Guys, if you have any last questions, drop it in now. We're just going to get Rae to shout out your socials. How can the people get in touch with you if they want to follow you or reach out to you? Where can they find you?
Yeah, so guys, my company, for those who may have just recently joined, is Adore Lifestyle. It's a company that opens doors for success. If you are a dancer, you're a performer, head over to Adore Dance Life. We are in the middle of rebranding at the moment, but we have loads of opportunities. So as I said, do it. There'll be go for it. So if you are a brand, beauty, fashion, or lifestyle, you may have started, you may be at a certain level, it doesn't matter. We create amazing, stylish, professional profiles for you. Have discounts on partner services that can help develop your brand. We're more than just a platform to promote you. We want to help you reach the success that you are more than capable to get to. So yeah, guys, head over to Adore Beauty Life or Adore Dance Life if you are a dancer. And thank you so much, Nicola, for giving me this.
You're welcome.
And thank you everyone for tuning in as well.
Someone said just before you go, what type or genres of dance do you do?
Good question. So we do street dance, hip hop, crump, contemporary. There's even like Zumba classes. We've reached out to doing dance and fitness classes. So babe, there's no cap on it. If you're a dancer and you're interested in teaching or making money from dance, holler at me.
Adore Dance Life. So that's at Adore Dance Life and at Adore Beauty Life, which guys, head over to Adore Beauty Life and check out Rae's profile and your business, because I've seen that myself and it is brilliant. The profiles you create for people, super flawless, super chic, pleasing to the eye, aesthetically pleasing. So guys, do head over to Adore Beauty Life or Adore Dance Life as well and check it out at least. If you follow after you've seen it, all the better, but have a look. Go and have a look because it's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries at all.
You want to shout me, like, you just want to speak even about God, holler at me. We're all here to help each other.
Amen.
And even when me and Nicola first spoke, it was so encouraging because it's like you got another sister that understands, you know. So
Amen.
That girl.
We are one in the kingdom, child.